Oh, you got a heart back.
It was a glasses cleaning cloth
won't
featuring
save you,
a
but
certain
you have it.
cartoon mascot. One look at the bloodstain on the cloth should make things clear. This piece of cloth was used to wipe Hifumi's glasses clean. And the mascot on the cloth is the same one that's on the digital camera, right? And whose digital camera was it? Hifumi's, of course.
The character was Princess Piggles. From Demon Angel Pretty Pudgy Princess, I think.
I highly doubt anyone but Hifumi would have brought something like this to school.
I see your point. And the only people here who wear glasses are...
I wouldn't be caught dead using a tacky piece of garbage like that.
Exactly.
A few tissues is all I need to keep my glasses clean.
Then there's no question. It belonged to Hifumi.
So what you're saying is...
We got up and cleaned his glasses so he could see to walk upstairs.
What I'm saying is, the blood on his glasses was wiped away using his own glasses cleaning cloth.
Even if that is true, it does not mean he wiped the blood off himself.
But who would benefit from a clean pair of glasses other than the glasses owner?
That's a good point.
And it must have been him, right?
So let's assume that Hifumi was still alive in the nurse's office. He pretends to be dead. Then when he's alone, he wipes his glasses clean so he can see. Then he stands up and walks out on his own 2 feet. And with that, the impossible task of moving his copious corpse becomes possible, wouldn't you say?
But then, if he was just pretending to be dead, what was with all that blood? Was it paint or something?
From the art room? Just like where the mallet was.
Office contains packs of blood for emergencies.
Or that.
He probably used one of those.
He figured if he was gonna play dead, he should go all out, so he just dumped it everywhere! But he got crazy with it and had to wipe his glasses off when he was done! God, what an idiot!
And if Hifumi was still alive at that point, the disappearance of Taka's body is easily explained. It should be perfectly obvious who must have moved Taka's corpse.
Hifumi. Sakura, yes.
I got it! It could only have been Hifumi.
While we were all gathered in the nurse's office, he went to the equipment room and took Taka's body.
That also explains how the door to the repository got locked.
The door was locked? Well, after the bodies disappeared, we all went looking for them, right? So me and Sakura headed for the repository. But when we got there, the door was locked.
And the repository door can only be locked from the inside. Which means, when Hina and Sakura got to the repository, someone was already inside.
And it could only have been Hifumi, who'd just finished stashing Taka's body there.
He convinced us all he was dead, and when he saw his chance, he dragged Taka's body to the repository.
Yeah, but wouldn't we have figured out, like... Okay, say he had gotten away with it and everything, and then he didn't die. Someone didn't murder Hifumi. What was he gonna do to explain that? The fact that he wasn't dead.
So, Hifumi wasn't just another victim in this case. He was one of the assailants.
But that means he took part in the murders.
I just can't believe it.
If you're having trouble, would you like me to show you one more piece of evidence?
There's more?
Oh, absolutely. The single biggest fact pointing to his involvement has yet to be revealed. You know what I'm talking about, right, Makoto? The item he took off of Taka's lifeless
note.
body?
No.
And I hope it's the note, or else we're going down.
You're very, very accurate. The note.
I got it!
Not the scrap. The
You're
note.
talking about the note Hifumi had hidden away, aren't you?
Hidden note?
That's right. We found it stuffed in his pants.
What? In his pants?
Yes, his pants.
Okay, well, forget about the pants for now. Take a look at what the note says.
Found a hole maybe we can use to escape. Monokuma can't find out, so don't tell anyone else for now. Let's meet in the equipment room at 6.
That's the note I was telling you about. The one that told me where to go. Huh? Wait, this one's a little different. In my note it said, Monokuma can't find out, so don't tell anyone else for now. Let's meet in the rec room at 1 a.m.
I see. Then this note isn't the same one Hiro got.
It's not the same?
In other words, the killer got in touch with another person besides Hiro. And that person could only have been...
Hifumi's pants.
Fumi's pants.
I got it! That's right! Taka! The killer used this note to draw out Taka and murder him.
Hello? Over here! Objection! Objection! I don't really understand what's going on, but Hifumi had that letter, right? So whoever wrote it wasn't drawing out TikTok, they were drawing out Huffy! Just to be clear, TikTok is Taka and Huffy is Hifumi, right? Oh, yes! Why must you ruin it every time?
Genocide Jack's seriously scary, but still. Can't let her get to me. Oh no. Here we go again. I don't think any of those have to do with it.
Huffy had the note, right? Then the person it was intended for must have been Huffy!
Maybe.
But remember what the note said. What time did it say to meet?
That was actually
6
probably it.
a.m., I believe.
The time doesn't matter! The note has nothing to do with TikTok!
Yeah. It was what the note said.
Huffy had the note, right? Then the person it was must have been Huffy!
But remember what the note said. What time did it say to meet?
6 a.m. The time doesn't matter! The note has nothing to do with TikTok!
Oh.
Blocked by that purple.
Blocked by the purple.
Huffy had the note, right?
He had to
Then the
recapture
person it was
it.
Yep.
intended must have been Huffy!
But remember what the note said. What time did it say to meet?
6 a.m. The time doesn't matter! The note has nothing to do with TikTok!
What?
Careful with your accusations. You don't have a lot of life to spare.
I know.
Huffy had the note, right? And the person it was must have been Huffy!
But remember what time did it say to meet?
6 a.m., I believe.
The time doesn't matter! The note has nothing to do with
Oh, what
TikTok.
about one of your bullets is his broken watch? When they're talking about 6
Yeah,
a.m.
I could see that.
Huffy had the note, right?
So when he says it has nothing to do with TikTok, you
Then
could
the
put
person it was
broken
intended
wristwatch
must
for the
have been
coincidence
Huffy.
that it is.
But remember what the note said. What time did it say?
6 a.m.
The time doesn't matter! The note has nothing to do with TikTok!
Oh, that was so close. It was turning.
No, there absolutely is a connection.
What the hell are you talking about?
The note said to meet at 6 a.m., which is the same time Taka was murdered. You've already proven that using his wristwatch. But there's more. Look where the note says to meet.
I'm still waiting to see how the e-handbooks come into this.
The equipment room, right?
Which is where Taka was killed. I see.
So, Taka was murdered at both the time and place written in the note.
And the only reason Hifumi would want to keep that is so that no one knew it was him who had killed, well, you know.
I think that should be plenty to show that
That's why
this
he shoved
note
it down
was
his pants.
definitely meant for Taka.
Well, when you put it like that... No further objections!
Then someone used that note to trick Taka. Just the same as me. The culprit really is a cold-blooded monster. Telling people they found a way out.
But if they gave the note to Taka, what was Hifumi doing with it? Stuffed down his pants, no less!
Most likely. Hifumi stole it off Taka's corpse after he died.
Huh? He stole it?
Where's your proof? Go ahead, show us.
The corner.
Yeah, the corner.
I got it! When I searched Taka's body, I saw that his lifeless hand was gripping a small scrap of paper. If I'm right about this, the sheet of paper this piece came from is... I knew it! It fits perfectly with the note we found hidden on Hifumi.
Then Taka's scrap and Hifumi's note.
Yup, they're from the same piece of paper.
So Hifumi murdered Taka because they were having a rivalry over the laptop. But then someone saw Hifumi kill Taka, and they killed Hifumi. Well, somehow.
Hifumi had the note meant for Taka, while Taka's corpse still grasped a small piece of that note. There's only one way to explain it.
Taka died clutching the note. Hifumi tried to free the note from his death grip, leaving behind only one small scrap. Did I get all that right?
That means Hifumi knew the note was important.
Exactly. Which proves that he was an accomplice in the murder.
Whoa. Yeah. After seeing all this, Hifumi was super involved in this whole thing.
You don't know anything. Shut up and sit there.
In fact, he was behind the whole thing. In fact, he's still alive.
No, he's pretty much dead.
Sorry, no. When we found him in the repository, Hifumi was truly and completely dead. The second body discovery announcement proves that.
So then, who killed Hifumi?
Whoever did is the mastermind, the true killer.
Celeste.
He was killed in the repository. So he must have been killed not long after transporting
And who
Taka's
found
body.
his body? Celeste.
So, he must have been killed after Taka's body vanished, but before we found both bodies in the repository.
During that time, we'd all split up and were searching for Taka's missing body. In other words, during that time, none of us have alibis.
Wait, but me and Sakura were together. Stop trying to steal the spotlight, you stupid walrus! Who are you calling a walrus?
Anyway, when they were killed bothers me too. But there's something that's been bothering me even more.
And what might that be?
The weapon they used to kill Hifumi.
The weapon?
Yeah, because I mean, according to the Monokuma file, the way Taka and Hifumi were killed was almost the same, with them having similar fractures and all. But Justice Hammer 3 and 4 were still laying around in the nurse's office and equipment room, right? So if Hifumi was killed in the repository, the culprit would have had to grab one of the hammers, kill Hifumi, then put the hammer back where they found it. But wouldn't that be seriously risky for him?
I'm surprised. It seems there's some semblance of train knocking around that.
Okay, that's kind of what I was expecting.
Hell yeah, it's packed in there good and tight.
He's right, though. I don't understand.
It explains
either.
the clean mallet.
The Monokuma file
But the
makes
clean
it
mallet
clear
was
that they
clean
were
before
killed using
Fumi's death.
similar instruments.
Was it?
I think we found it beforehand.
We never went to the repository before that point. Because both bodies were found outside of the repository, and then they were found located inside.
Was there a sink in the repository?
That's the one thing that's bothering me. I'd imagine if it's an art room, there had to have been a sink in there.
Maybe. I don't
But
remember.
if the hammers were already laying around
You're
those
probably right,
other
to be honest.
rooms,
So the question is, how could the culprit have gotten their hands on either of the hammers? Personally, I haven't a clue.
Mm-hmm. Because you murdered him.
So which hammer was used to attack Celeste? Number 1 or number 2?
Neither.
Those were accounted for in other rooms too. And I don't think either one is big enough to kill someone.
Then,
Is it not possible they used a different weapon?
I don't think it is possible. They were both killed with the same kind of thing, right?
so then, what was used to kill Hifumi?
It was a mallet.
Yeah. Come on, give me a truth bullet that says clean mallet. Come on. Spotless hammer, thank you. At least it's gonna make it semi-easy on me.
What was used to kill Hifumi?
Wait,
Was it
hold up.
Justice
I'm waiting.
Maybe Justice Hammer 4.
well, whatever it was, There's one thing we have to figure out. How was the culprit able to move around so freely with the weapon? How did nobody witness them carrying it? Sounds like a Justice Hammer 5 is about to make its appearance! Check out murdergear.com/hammertime for more info!
Well, one thing seems pretty clear.
Murdergear.com.
The murder weapon had to be one of the Justice
No!
Hammers.
Ha!
You're very lucky that actually was the right one. It's also amusing that you were going to use them the first.
murder weapon
I
wasn't a Justice
was.
Hammer
I
at all.
was so close to
No,
death.
It was something completely different.
But, seriously? A different weapon?
Specifically, a hammer from the repository. The killer could have easily used that to kill Hifumi. Now, all the hammers in the repository were covered in flecks of grit and debris. But for some reason, one of them had been scrubbed clean.
Huh?
And the reason it had been scrubbed clean was most likely because it was used to commit murder. If the hammer got covered in Hifumi's blood, of course they'd have to clean it off. I'd also like to point out that the repository has all kinds of hammers. Big ones, small ones.
In fact, all the Justice Hammers probably came from in here. They were probably decorated in this very room.
And even some flat mallet-like ones. I think whoever made the Justice Hammers used those as a basis for their design.
If that's true, that would explain the Monokuma file's note about the wounds being similar.
So Hifumi moved Taka's body to the repository, where someone then used the hammer to kill him.
And whoever did that is the true killer. The one Hifumi was working with. And the one who betrayed him. Hold on a moment. I still think it's strange to assume someone was working together with him. The way the graduation rule works, there is no benefit to helping someone else carry out a murder. So the idea that anyone would work together like that is simply ludicrous. We talked about this, did we not?
We did talk about how there wouldn't be any reason. At least that's what we thought at first, but... none of those are it.
Based on the rules that have been laid out for us, even if more than one person is complicit in the murder, only the one who actually carried out the act can graduate and survive. Assuming the rule holds true, it is simply impossible that two people work together on this.
That is how the rule was explained to us.
But that only really applies if there's one murder, right? In this case, however, there were two murders.
I think it might be 2 murders on Impossible.
We could try that.
I hope
Based on
so.
the rules that have been laid
Well, we
out,
could
even
try
if
it
more than
if we're
only the
wrong.
one
Because
who
I don't see any of
actually
those
carried
other
out the
ones.
act
No, I
can
don't either.
graduate
I think you have the
and
right idea.
survive. Assuming the rule holds true, it is
Because it's
simply
not impossible.
that two people work together on this.
That is how the
But that only really applies if there's one murder, right? In this case, however,
However,
there were
2 murders would contradict impossible. So I think we have the right idea.
Based on the rules that have, even if more than one person is complicit, only the one who actually carried out the act can graduate, assuming the rule holds true. It is simply
You are
impossible
way too high
that
on
two people
Wah!
work together
You
on
were too high.
But that only really applies if in this case,
I mean, your
however,
marker wasn't
there
even
were
on the
two
thing.
murders.
Not the point.
Based
least-
on the rules that
at least it
even
wasn't
if more
wrong.
than one person is complicit, only the one who actually carried out the act can graduate, assuming the rule holds true.
There we go.
No, that's wrong.
I'm still kicking. Not a game over yet.
Since there were 2 murders, it's at least plausible that more than one person was involved.
What do you mean?
If there'd only been one murder, then yes, the idea of an accomplice isn't really worth considering. Naturally, if only one person can be saved per murder, an accomplice has no risk versus reward benefit.
Risk versus reward benefit?
The payoff for working together. The reward that balances out the risk of taking part in the scheme. There's no point in being someone's accomplice if there's no benefit to you. However, if there were some potential mutual reward for the risk, Then cooperation becomes possible.
You're saying that two people could act as each other's accomplices to commit two separate murders.
Exactly.
I think that's what the true killer told Hifumi. They would each have an accomplice for their crime. And based on the case's events, Hifumi would have been the first one to act, murdering Taka.
Exactly.
They made him carry out the first murder so he couldn't back out of helping them later on.
So in this case, there wasn't one single person committing multiple murders. Instead, each person killed someone, creating two separate incidents. And it only looked like one person because that's how the true killer designed it to look.
Exactly.
A single suspicious individual, a similar weapon used in each crime, disappearing bodies.
And Hero shoved in a locker.
By creating one seamless set of circumstances, they made it look like one person was behind it all.
The mastermind picked their target and managed to convince him to go along with their plan. And then, to avoid the no accomplices rule, they simply killed their accomplice. Which, if true, means that betraying Hifumi was part of the plan from the very beginning.
That's just awful. How could anyone be so cruel?
You think so? I can't help but admire its cunning. Still, their choice of accomplice seems odd.
We were made to convince us the two murders were the same. That was the main characteristic this time. In fact, from the very beginning, which is why she said not to look at this as a series of connected events but entirely separate incidents. Really is amazing, although she's almost too amazing. It's almost unnatural how good she is at this.
I understand how an accomplice could be involved. But then, who was the one pulling Hifumi's strings?
That's problem numero uno right now.
Because that's the person we have to figure out so that the true Blackened gets caught. Precisely. There's only one person who seems to fit. And I say it's you. Leon. Leon!
Here's my answer. It was Celeste.
Ah, so I'm the suspicious individual now, am I? I really do hate this kind of joke.
A joke? I wonder.
So what you are saying, then, is that I specifically chose to work together with Hifumi. The idea that I would choose to spend any amount of time interacting with him.